Hello friends, and welcome back to another Demajen Tries, where today I will be trying Tales of Arise, the latest outing in the Tales series, of which I have played 0 games before and know very little about. So yeah, difficulty, story, normal, moderate, input queuing, vibration settings, map orientation fixed, subtitles on. That all seems pretty straightforward. Select the character you wish to control in the demo. When you clear the demo, you can see a preview video of the character you were controlling when clearing it. Controlling character can be switched during gameplay. However, the bonus movie that plays after clearing the demo will remain based on whichever character you first selected on this screen. We've got 6 fighters. We've got Alphen, who is a swift sword fighter with an array of arts. Arts with an E, so I'm assuming that is some kind of special JRPG thing. To combat any type of fair and close quarters combat. Xion, long-range gunslinger, who also uses astral arts, letting her heal the party between shots. Minwell, a tiny girl. A mage. I'm assuming that's a girl. Yes. Who mainly relies on astral arts, though casting takes time. Her magic has a far reach. It even says her there, so that's generally a giveaway. Law, who's a monk, close quarters martial artist whose sheer power and flurry of strikes overwhelms his enemies. Kisara, a hammer wielder with a giant shield that blocks attacks, letting her fight on the front lines. That's clearly going to be the character I choose. And Dohalim, an all-round fighter whose rod and I'm so immature. An arsenal of arts enable him to dispatch foes at any distance. I shall dispatch you with my rod. I'm going to play the Mason Shield character, because if that is an option, it's always the option that I choose, because I am a boring, tanky man. Oh, this is pretty. Land of Green. Eldmanancia. Land of Green. Is it called that because it is green, or is there more depth to it?
Off we go. Okay,
so we anime. Is that a tail? No, it's a physics object attached to our belt. Okay, first of all, jump is on circle, which is an interesting choice. Oops.
Not this way, I guess.
Why? Dash. Okay, dash is hold R2. You cannot fall off the ledge. Grass, as is often the case in games like this, looks a little bit weird from straight above. What is the purpose of this nook? Probably hide something the full game. First impressions then. It's got that very kind of painterly filter over things. You can just about see it on the rock. In fact, the rock looks a chunk like the rocks in Final Fantasy XIV, but done to a much higher kind of quality. Just how the filter looks over it. Yeah, this is a big old...
Nice view.
Yes. It is a nice view. And I am talking about the scenery, just in case any of you with dirtier minds than me have got other ideas. Right, that physics dictates that wouldn't work with those planets that close. Draw distance is impressive, though. I guess that's the whole point of this. That being said, there's still that kind of slightly weird shimmering you get along the top of objects. Enemies. Oh. Oh. So Zooglers have infested even tranquil places like this, huh? That's a damn shame. Is there going to be full voice acting in the actual game? Who knows? What do you expect? Tamed or stray, wherever the Renans are lurking, Zooglers, Zigazig ass, are sure to follow. It'd be a surprise if there somehow weren't any Spice Girls in these parts.
Just great.
I know that. It just threw me for a loop a little is all. I'm taking, actually, from the fact that it's got that kind of cut type dialogue. I don't even know what's the... There's a word for it when you just get that little bit of incidental dialogue that's not necessarily what's actually being said, but it's kind of vaguely related. Listen, Zoogles are deployed depending on the environments they're best suited for. When we visit an area for the first time, we'll have no idea what they're capable of, so think carefully how to put that blazing sword to use. Right, I'll keep that in mind. Now, let's get moving. Okay. Combat screen explanation. Boost strikes use normal attacks to build up the gauge. Then when the gauge is full, press the D-pad to unleash a potent co-op attack that can defeat non-boss foes. We've got a combo meter. We've got cure points consumed when casting healing, surprise, and support arts. We've got allies HP over onto the right. That's going to take some getting used to. I wonder if you can move that around. You've got your different arts in the corner. Press triangle, square, or X to trigger the corresponding art set to each button. Surprise, surprise. Art gauge. Consume when arts are used. Boost attacks. Press D-pad to trigger the corresponding character's special move. Okay. Yes, that's fine. Press right one, R1. Well, it is right one, I suppose. To perform a normal attack, at first you can string up to 3 normal attacks together, but by learning certain skills, this limit can be increased. Characters can also attack in mid-air after jumping. Arts are used through those the face buttons. Interesting. So the arts gauge restores automatically, but more slowly when attacking. Push left stick. I assume that just means move the stick and press L2, not click L3. And press R2 to evade an enemy attack. If you time it well as an enemy attack is approaching, you perform a perfect evasion. Okay.
Don't get careless.
Don't tell me.
Ready to go.
Oh,
I'll take out the leg.
I'm in the air.
Hear me.
Spinning pile driver. Who are you, Zangief?
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
The tide of battle has turned in our favor.
Then let's keep pressing the attack.
Indeed, but remain ever vigilant.
Okay.
No chance. Nice try. This one.
That was my perfect evasion, I think.
No chance. You're open.
Yes.
Look sharp, Mike. That's it. On guard.
Oh my god. This is going to be one of... Oh, strikes. Boost strikes are one-hit kill attacks performed in tandem with other allies. When you see the word strike an enemy, press D-pad to use one immediately. Boost strikes occur more frequently with lower enemy HP.
All yours, Kisara.
Obelisk blades.
Great.
I think I've got the hang of this. Don't let it go to your head. Complacency leads to trouble. There's an awful lot going on, and it's gonna have that thing where this is a very anime thing where everybody shouts all the time. Never loosen up, do you? There's no such thing as being too alert in battle. Kind of true. Yes, Kasara's perk. Instead of evading, Kasara prefers to guard with a shield and can even trigger some arts while guarding. Would have been useful to point that out before the battle if you select this character. Successfully guarding raises her morale, making any arts unleashed while guarding and result in combo stronger and harder to block.
That'll teach us from getting cocky.
Cooking. At camps and inns, you can cook meals, conferring temporary effects when eaten. New dishes being made by food and recipes. Depending on who in the party cooks a meal, the extent of their effects and the duration will vary, as it's wise to rotate who's on cooking duty based on your current goals and your party's overall status. Okay, so it is very much a kind of party combat-based experience. Are we going... I think we're going this way, aren't we? I see shiny things. Examine. Apple gel.
What's
Apple
this?
flavoured medicinal gel. Why is it just there? In the water? That's weird. I guess we fight some birdies. Hey, birdies. Opal mass. Metal engraver can craft accessories for you using ore that you can mine from mining points. Once you strengthen an accessory and activate new skills for it, ooh, skills on accessories, you can even transfer those skills to a different accessory altogether. A little bit, then. A little bit like the system in FF9. Kind of. A little bit. Oh?
Hey, Shion, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just appears out of nowhere.
It's from my... No.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon, I submerge it in empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
Yes.
Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
Yes.
You realize you're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
Well,
So,
yeah.
technology's technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
Indeed.
I guess that's true.
You'd never thought of that before.
Hey, Rinwell, do you always have to say an incantation before you cast an art?
Okay, so this R1
Yeah.
thing.
They don't really add any extra power or anything, but reciting them is what allows the astral energy to come together and flow through me.
What is that
Takes
weird
time to complete,
thing?
but they're what lets me use such strong magic in the first place.
Is it an owl?
What happens if someone interrupts you while you're in the middle of chanting?
Then I have to start over from the beginning. As soon as my concentration breaks, any astral energy I've accumulated disperses.
Got it. So once you start reciting, that's our cue to make sure that no enemies can get near enough to disrupt you.
Yeah, that would be appreciated. Although, I do have one fun trick up my
Oh.
sleeve. Once I finish chanting a full incantation, I can hold on to a single astral art without casting it right away.
So once the astral energy's in place, you can choose to set it off.
Is
whenever
this
you
guy
want.
the main
That's
character
amazing.
then? Is he the protagonist?
I don't fully have the hang of it just yet, but I'm sure it'll come in handy sooner or later.
Her voice is a lot older. Yeah, so there was a little cue down in the bottom right-hand corner with R1 next to it, and I pressed it the first time to bring up the cutscene without realising. The second time, I was just making sure that that's actually what I had done. Want to fight these things? Oh, there we go.
I shall ensure you survive this.
There's a lot going on.
My set. I've got this. Let him mark one.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff on the ground. Take this. Do this. I talk. This happens. Blah blah. Let's announce everything. Strike.
All yours, Kisara.
Slice.
Magnificently done.
Magnificently done. Okay. First aid.
This could be useful.
So, just at random then, because I wanted to see whether you could bring up, change characters and stuff. I pressed right on the D-pad and it did something else. Tutorials? Just seeing if there's other controls. Oh, here we go. Field guide, system, arts. Arts settings. You can assign arts that you've learned to each of the different buttons. You can set 3 arts. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you can actually change them depending on whether you're in the air or not. Press L2 or R2 to inspect the arts you have available. Characters that are set to auto can use all of the arts, but you can press square to uncheck arts you wish for them to avoid. Okay. So Hurricane Slice is a ground attack, but it transfers into an aerial attack. And Lightning Streak knocks them down to the ground. I get the impression, well, no, very clearly from the level of the characters and stuff, we are a chunk of the way into the game for this demo. And when you start out, you are not going to have anywhere near this much stuff or this number of party members and hopefully more apple gel. So stuff respawns. I'm assuming that a lot of these bits and pieces will come to you as you play rather than here's everything in the game that you can do all at once. Are you overwhelmed yet? No?
There's something in the water.
Yes, they're called fish. Well, if there is something in the water, we can't do anything with it just yet. However, based on the fact that there is a little pier, something tells me that there's probably a fishing system. I've got to say, the game looks really nice. Controls are smooth. I've not noticed any weird kind of framing issues. Just lit a highway. Okay, we've got zone lines. Kind of hidden, but we do have zone lines denoted by the little blue dot. Hey, you two there. I don't think I've seen you around here before. You two from out of town?
What?
So what if we are? What business is it of yours? I'm wondering if these are the characters that you would have at this stage of the game. Or maybe they're just the protagonists. It's demo, so it's all over the place, I suspect. Not, you just don't look like you know where you're going, that's all.
Right.
You're right, this is our first time in the area. Then you'll want to head to Vicint, the big capital of Eld Menancia. Just know that, as you can clearly see, the area is crawling with Zoogles, and they all seem to be even angrier than usual. If you're not looking to get jumped by them, stick to the highway. It's safer than trying to cut across the rough and run into trouble. Although, judging by that sword you're carrying, maybe you thrive off danger. If that's your thing, I won't stop you, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Anyway.
Vicint, huh? What do you think we should do? Not like we have anywhere else to go, bet than wandering these fields aimlessly. Yeah, so the what's going on? We're clearly in media res here. It's like, well,
Got it.
these guys must be out doing something. Also, his depth perception must be atrocious with that thing over his face. Safe travel, folks. I'm going to hang around here a bit longer in case more travellers like you two lose their way. Yeah, the fact that this is clearly set up for two people, and we are not playing as either of those two people. What the hell are these things? Shell shockers. I did a thing. Yeah, so that's me hitting. Alphan is getting his ass kicked. Ow. There's a lot going on. Yes.
Please, don't mention it.
Yeah.
Someone's got my back.
I mean,
Hold up. Is this as valuable as
stuff.
I think it is?
What are those things I sometimes see you chuck out in the middle of fights?
What? You mean my bombs?
Bombs? As in things people use to clear out rocks? But I could have sworn I saw something other than fire burst from some of yours.
That's because these aren't ordinary bombs. They're
Of course
specially made
not.
ones filled with astral energy.
Okay. And why do you shoot the bombs after you release them?
It's a part of my strategy. The effects of my bombs change when I fire bullets of a different astral element at them. It
Okay.
makes it difficult for enemies to predict what effect they'll have, or when they'll go off.
That's handy.
One moment you're using powerful bombs, the next you're using powerful healing arts. They're kind of on the opposite ends of the spectrum, aren't they?
Yes.
Think of it this way. If you ever get caught up in the blast of one of my bombs and you manage not to die, I'll be able to heal you using my arts.
I'll do my best to not die then.
Well, yes.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent.
That's handy.
They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command.
We've
swiftly
made really
bind the
great
enemies,
strides
at which
in
point you can
making
dispense them.
video games look like animated.
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Yes, as I was saying, we've made great strides in making pineapple gel. In making video games look like anime.
This should be a good place to fight.
Wow, Kisara. It's so big.
You're talking about my...
Yes, which is the only... Whoa! Hi, big guy.
You have to aim for the bright area on their back. Here, let me help. This one's mine.
Pew, 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 pew. Yes. So much stuff is going on,
Sometimes
and I
wonder
think...
where you come up with those moves.
I could say the same to you.
Good thing we're on the same side, huh?
I think the difficulty of reading what is going on in the combat is purely because of the fact that this would normally be staggered much more. Also, potentially, if you are familiar with the game series, it's possible that the combat is always like this.
Almost time for my evening.
Resting in the campground will restore the party's HP and CP. While resting, you can watch skits and cutscenes that you previously viewed.
Cup of tea.
You haven't left all of your lordliness in the past.
Hello. For those times when victory is almost in reach, it's our job as shopkeepers to help you get the rest of the way there. Something tells me he's not normally here. Okay. So we can buy a variety of things from him. And also create crafting accessories. Use ore to craft them. Also can possess up to 4 skills, with the rare ones offering more skills. Okay, I understand. So, quite open worldy.
What we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
Yeah, with apes.
Forgive you.
I don't know. I feel like this character should be a kind of tanky character. Whoa, jittery. Ow. There's just so much going on. That was a defensive thing, I think. Yeah, I mean, just the shouting constantly.
Opted for an intricately crafted weapon as usual.
It is beautiful in both function and form.
You're gonna hate when it gets scratched.
Indeed. Dawn braces. Arm braces have seen countless battles in service of a greater cause. They shine in the morning light with the blood of someone unknown.
The design of this equipment is really interesting.
You must really like it, Alphen.
Yes. Ooh. That
I wonder if we can use this.
is a giant shiny flaming boar.
You can tell it's tough just looking at it.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Yeah. It'd probably mess us up good.
So, let's not. These things are weird looking. It's really difficult to tell.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
I'll leave it to you.
Yours are not the skills of just any warrior.
Save your compliments here.
Oh, I can't follow this action at all. Oh, I've used the same one again. You've got to be quite quick. Where'd he go? What is the blue? I'm not sure what the blue triangle thing, not triangle, the blue diamond thing is for around the enemies. Yeah, combat is certainly visually interesting, but it's also really...
My word, this must be the work of Providence.
Prava what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
Yeah, it's really quite difficult to follow what's going on. You were a gun user, weren't you? Aha! Ah, accessory. Was that what we picked up? No. What was the thing that we got? It was a dawn something or other. There. Dawn braces. A weapon, apparently. Aha. Yeah, I suspect with an actual kind of proper progression. Yeah, because I don't feel like I'm contributing at all here.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished.
There you go, Alphen.
It's time to end this battle.
I'm ready for the fight.
I don't know what I'd do without you.
There's just so much going on.
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished. That's some power you wield.
You're the one who did the heavy lifting.
Right, we're running low on CP. So, do we go and... Yes. Does this respawn everything, one wonders?
I may have exerted myself a little too much today.
Weight training? Cook before resting. Yeah, go on. Chicken. Defense up, attack up. Yes.
Good. This came out just the way I hoped.
Hey, what's the smoke? Is it an enemy attack?
Seriously, it's making my eyes and throat burn.
It's Alphen's cooking.
What the hell is going on?
It's probably some sort of gas. Try not to breathe
Are
it
they
in as
just
much as you can
roasting his
manage.
cooking?
Gas? Those cowards!
Isn't this just cooking smoke?
Yes.
What kind of food makes your throat burn so bad just from the smoke?
I believe Alphen is.
They're trying to gas Alphen?
What? Those sick bastards! I won't let them get away with this!
This is the best
Calm
thing so far.
yourselves and listen. I was simply trying to say that Alphen is the one cooking.
Oh?
Oh.
Maybe I should throw in some more spices, just for that extra kick. Yeah, that'll help. Think I'll turn up the heat while I'm at it, too. Oh, crap. The spice is burned. Well, at least the meat's coming along nicely. All right. Now I just flip it over, and then...
Hey, Alphen? What are you doing over there?
Oh, Shion. Perfect timing. I actually just finished roasting up a chicken. Call everybody over so we can eat together.
In this world full of strange and marvelous animals, they are, of course, eating chicken.
Might have overcooked it a little, but it should still taste good.
I'm starting to understand why your food always tastes so damn spicy now.
Hasn't anyone told him that it is actually possible to have too much of a good thing?
If that's the taste he truly wants, far be it from me to contradict. His cuisine is a rather delicate repast.
Yes. Okay. That was just silly.
A perfectly invigorating morning.
Your hair is sticking up in the back.
You don't do well in the mornings, do you?
Okay. So, the characters have got personality, which I appreciate. You can choose to fight. Oh, am I being chased? Yes, I am. Hey, giant boar. Relentless charger. Go on then, Piggy. I am jumping for cover. I've got a shield.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Weak points. Some enemies have orange glowing spirit cores that can be destroyed after taking a set amount of damage. Doing so will break the core and down them. Depending on the enemy, these weak points can also be directly targeted. Gotcha. Whoa. Yeah, see, there was so much going on there that I couldn't even see the enemy charging. Okay, that was just me timing it badly. Ooh. Okay, it's got some health, this thing. Aha! Okay. That's it. That's our perfect dodge. Yeah, gotcha. You suck thing. Oh. Got you. This thing's taking a lot of hits. No chance.
This one's mine.
Damn it. Screwed that up. So it's got its glowy bits back. Slice! Oh hi, post demo here. I've sped this bit up. There was another 5+ minutes of this fight, and while the longevity of the fight certainly gave you more opportunity to really kind of take in what was going on, it's not the most exciting thing to watch, I don't think. I've watched the whole thing trying to figure out how I was going to edit it, and I was kind of bored even watching it at 2x speed, and it didn't help with the constant rah rah rah, shout 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 ability, and so on and so forth nature of the voice work. So yeah, I've just sped this 5 minutes of the fight up so we can actually get back to some real commentary of what is going on and my opinions and so on and so forth. Yay! I think we killed it. Okay, that gives a better indication of
I can feel my precision improving.
Of what combat is like. That was tough. That was very, very tough. Probably a good job we had that food buff. Mind you, it would have been better if I'd known how to do the kind of inventory stuff earlier, but that's fine. Let's rest. But yeah, game looks great. Sound design seems fine.
Thanks for waiting. Eat as much as you like.
The kind of issue is going to be, I think, how busy the combat is. It seems very, very kind of cluttered. You know, I play a lot of Final Fantasy XIV, and that's not exactly a game where there's zero flashy spell effects, but at least in that you can turn them off. Here, where you are responsible for everything as far as I can see, it's it's less easy to really kind of tell what is going on. Does that bring everybody back? Yes, it does.
Time to work off that last meal.
Yeah, I mean, where are we going to? It seems like a game that you could lose a lot of time in. I assume that big guy doesn't respawn. No. Interesting that all of the consumables knocking around do. I'm wondering how... I mean, it's not an open world game in the sense that there's one massive seamless world, because obviously there are... It's broken up into different areas.
I wonder if we can use this.
Probably.
Seriously? Is this a joke?
Can't get out of sight.
I just did a... Whoa.
I'm all right. I'm still standing.
I just learned a new skill, which is nice.
Charge like that could easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Right, so that's its weak spot there on its back. Yeah, how do I stop it from going after my allies? If I'm going to be the big tanky character, how do I actually tank? Whoa. So the battle arena is limited. Ah, the blue things for a strike. Whoa.
Need to pull myself together.
Oh.
Good to know my
Yes.
training's paying off.
And what, pray tell, does this training of yours entail?
Why? Interested in joining me?
Silver Sword the Owl.
Hey, new equipment.
Well, I guess we know who that's for then. No, it's not. It is in fact... So Silver Sword the Owl is not Silver or Swordly. Oh! Oh! We swim? Interesting, we couldn't swim earlier. Very odd. But hey, cool. Swimming is a thing. I've not quite got used to the fact that jump is circle. Fish! Oh.
This is no place to fish, is it?
We say after just picking up fish. So that's a thing. A house? Chickens. Oh, sorry. We've just stolen your eggs. Can we go inside the house? No, we cannot. Got a well? Got some beef? Why is there just beef in a bag? That's not how you store beef. Yoink. Beef stew recipe?
There's no point in reading it unless you plan on making it.
I mean, that's not how recipes work. You normally read it to figure out if you want to make it.
We should think about eating soon.
Really? not all that hungry myself.
Don't make me say it again.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. In ensemble cast games like this. Milk? Yes. Okay. That's... Yes. We can't milk you. Ensemble cast games are always entertain me with the banter. It's the banter that keeps things. So what is that? I mean, it's a giant pig, obviously, but it's a giant pig. Ooh. Hi. Nice glasses. Pardon me, if I'm not mistaken, are you two travellers? And you are? Ah, well, my manners. My name is Drashy and I work for the city. We were told to come to Vicint. I'm guessing this is it?
Yes!
Yes, you've certainly come to the right place. I wish I could say welcome to you both. However, the gates of the city are currently sealed. Nobody's currently allowed to enter. A dangerous Zoogle is on the loose, you see. A Zoogle? They're nothing to get in a twist about. We saw plenty of them on the way over here.
Maybe.
This is no ordinary Zoogle, I fear. It is a rather large specimen, one that's free of its former constraints. But still, there are troubling reports of an even larger Zoogle on the loose, but that's neither here nor there. Until they've both been successfully hunted down for everyone's safety, the city will unfortunately remain in lockdown.
I guess.
Does that go for you too, despite being a resident? Sadly, yes. Due to a blunder on my part, I've been locked out as well. I'm just about to take shelter at a nearby ranch. You're both more than welcome to join me if you wish. You're planning on holding up at this ranch? Sorry, but we've got other plans. We aren't just... Why don't we get rid of those Zoogles ourselves? I was afraid you were going to have another outrageous suggestion. Hear me out! The sooner we take care of them, the sooner we can enter Vicint, rather than just sitting around at a ranch, right? Where are these Zoogles running around?
That's unfortunate.
That doesn't match up. They're in the Turtle Plains. Sure, you don't together. Yes. I wonder if this stuff isn't voiced because normally at this stage you will have the characters that you want, or maybe not even have these characters.
Okay, off we go.
Off we go then. Oh, interesting. You can just click in the left stick to run. Right, that's blocked off. Possibly for the demo, possibly for the game. Who knows? Chicken. Chicken good. Ooh. I see you, secret chest. What's in the box? Rock wall. Ooh.
Looks like some
Nice.
solid equipment.
Because it's made of rock. You get it? That's very funny. Ahem. Well, I've now managed to play 50 plus minutes of this game, which is more than I managed to do for all of the other Demajen tries that I've tried to record in the last few weeks. So that's certainly progress. Cannot jump over these fences. That's a little bit annoying. Sparkly cows. And these cows produce milk at a fairly rapid rate. So we're going back. Right, does it have a quest? Ooh, party formation. You can change which characters will fight in combat as well as who you wish to control. Ah! Press L1 or R1 during combat to change who you control. But R1's attack. Oh, interesting. So we could actually... So how auto is that? It's proper auto. So I guess we can just go for a more turn-based style thing in the way that we can let them fight for themselves, or you know, you can select things manually. Well, I mean, that means that if you're crap at the combat, which I suspect I probably am, you know, you can just watch the game do it and enjoy the spectacle as opposed to trying to figure out what's going on. Yeah, because you can then just control the camera. I'm sure it's not the way that it's meant to be played, but it's nice that it's an option.
So I still had room to grow.
Yes. You were 5'1", and now you are 5 foot. That was not funny. What I was actually looking for was a map. Is that the field guide? No. Ah, that's how you change the party leader. Okay. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be an actual kind of map. Also, didn't we get a new art? Trouble is, I can't remember what it was called. Okay, we've got it was that, wasn't it? No. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Is there a map option? Yeah, we've got the mini map in the corner. But without a... Because there's no journal. Yeah, there's no journal or quest log or anything, so when it says you need to go to Turtle Fields or whatever it was, it's like, well, how do I get there? Protect ring?
Hey, new equipment.
Were you? Ah, just through here. Okay. Turtle plane. It's possible then that the blue glow on the compass was...
Something
Oh,
feels odd here. Be on your guard.
that's a big
I need
boy.
something to eat.
All we have to do is get rid of that thing, right?
Uh-huh.
I always hear you muttering to yourself whenever we're in
Oh,
battle.
okay, so...
So, just what are you saying?
Why do you want to know? Does it bother you or something?
Not really. It's just the way you talk is sometimes... So I was wondering if you vent your frustration through your magic. Are you
I do.
yelling, "You stupid jerk," or something like that to pump yourself up?
What? No, that's not what's happening during my incantations. I'm just focused, so I match my tone to fit the mood of whatever I'm trying to invoke.
Invoke?
How do I put it?
Hmm.
Basically, the elemental astral energy
Why?
behind each art. I guess.
Why are these people so
Astral energy?
oblivious
Hold on. Are you saying you can
to how
talk to
their
astral
world works?
energy?
Not exactly. But if I put emotion into what I say, it's easier for me to properly cast my arts. That makes sense?
Kind of. Okay, so if you can talk to astral energy, then you can ask it to, like, predict the weather or find secret treasure?
Wait, you don't really think that, do you?
Or you can ask it to send down lightning to where there's bad guys lurking and...
May lightning condemn those who bear false. Thunderblade!
Ah, what are you doing? You almost fried me with that.
I just asked the astral energy to send down lightning where there were annoying boys.
Okay then. Yes. I guess we have to fight this giant scorpion thing. Come on then. Mantis.
Looks like trouble with a capital T.
Together, we got this! Dragon Swarm!
I think I'll pass on the handshake.
Appreciate the help.
Sorry. No arts of being interrupted.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so you can take over.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
The AI for defending does not seem very good. Learned Blizzard Bloom. Oop. Oh dear. But see, there's just so many things going on, and I just don't think. Shouting, 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 shouting. Jesus.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
All yours, Kisara. Is there no end to them?
We're making some progress. Keep up the pressure.
Where are you going?
Use its weak point to take it down.
All together, everyone. One more.
Going in.
Such unadulterated fury.
Right, watch out!
Yeah, this combat is... It's not for me. It seems... It's very spammy, it's very flashy.
Where are you going?
But it's also not...
Radiant here!
Bathed in blood.
I'm out of ammo. Blizzard blow! Listen! Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike!
Your art!
Searing flame! Reload!
Look sharp!
Hear me! Flame of fury! Burning strike! Lightning!
Can't be happening. Come on. You have to hold on. I let my guard down.
Nah. All allies died. Yeah. Recovering from a party defeat. Party wipe setting up. Yeah, the game
Pathetic.
looks cool, and I'm quite interested in just what is going on, but it is a JRPG, and the combat is going to make or break it, and I just think that the combat has too much going on. It seems I don't know, focused on style. And there may well be substance to it as well, but lumped in like this straight into the middle of things at level 25.
Almost time for my evening cup of tea.
You haven't left all of your lordliness in the past.
It's just too overwhelming. Maybe I'll wait to see if there's...
About time we call it a night?
Indeed.
If there's something...
This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
When the game comes out, well, I don't even know when the game comes out. I'll watch some actual kind of YouTube footage of the start of the game rather than the middle of, you know, I don't know how many levels there are or anything, but it's just too busy. Trying to get used to systems with a bare bones tutorial when you are thrown into 6 characters, each with their own special things, and they're all just shouting the names of, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not cut out for this kind of stuff anymore. Yeah, I'm old. But it seems cool. You know, I'm just not entirely sure that the demo is a good representation of maybe what the game would be like if you were allowed to build up your understanding of its systems as you go. And obviously, there's no real plot or anything given away in this demo either, and that's kind of why I play JRPGs. So that's not done a great job of enticing me either. It's certainly something that I'd consider picking up in a sale, but it's not going to be a day one purchase for me. I want to do a little bit more research, one might argue, into what the game is like. But the demo still kept me playing for, you know, an hour and 5 minutes, so it's got to have something interesting to it. And, you know, that's a good thing at this stage. That's what demos are supposed to do. So I'm intrigued enough to keep an eye open, and keep an eye on it, rather. We'll see whether my opinions change in the future, and obviously if I do end up picking it up, something takes my fancy about it, I'll be sure to add some updated thoughts on the game later on. If you are a fan of the Tales series already, chances are you've probably already pre-ordered it and so on and so forth. As a complete fresh noob, none of this means anything to me. So, yeah. This has been Demajen trying the Tales of Arise PS5 demo. Interesting, but not gripping me because of the nature of the demo. We'll see what the full game's like at some point. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful day, everybody. Stay safe out there. Cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.